Pre-Snap Podcast presented by LineStar, your top 5 NFL player prop bets for Week 10 in the NFL. Alongside my co-host Tyler Wiemann, I am Shannon Sommerville. We've got some great prop bets for you that are available on Underdog Fantasy, PrizePicks, Sleeper, and Chalkboard. If you don't have those apps, download them and use the promo code LineStar when you do, because you'll get up to $100 of your first deposit matched. A little victory lap here today because last week on this show, we were 4-1, Tyler. That's pretty good. I'll take it. In fact, our overall record on this show, this Sunday prop show, 28-16, 63% correct. We're making money on this show for you guys. So hopefully you guys are also making money and tailing us. And again, tailing us on those apps as well, Underdog Fantasy, PrizePicks, Sleeper, and Chalkboard. We are using the PropsAI tool. That's available to you on the LineStar app, so make sure to check that out as well. And if you haven't already, do us a huge favor if you're enjoying our content. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, and then just comment below, because a comment enters you into our prop bets contest. If we hit all 5 of our props, one randomly selected commenter will win $200. Or if Tyler and I both hit our props, one randomly selected commenter will win $50. So we're just trying to give out some money here on the show. The money gun is locked and loaded, ready to go. My money sunglasses are ready to go as well. So let's say we hit 5 for 5 this weekend and start off on a high note for week 11. What do you think? I can't believe already we're in double-digit weeks. This is crazy. Already the Christmas decorations are out, which is, we've talked about this on this show, Tyler, that I think it's a little blasphemous, but hey, to each their own. Right?
Yes, to each their own. I'm getting excited to go get a tree and start putting that stuff up.
All right. Getting in the holiday
But it is
spirit.
different when you have a toddler versus when you don't have a toddler.
Oh, yeah. Why? Is it more difficult to do the decorating, or she's just ready?
No, because of the kids.
The Christmas. Yeah.
The kids having
excitement.
fun with it.
Yeah. That's true. All right. Well,
for the kids, Shannon.
Well, let's make some money so that we can get some Christmas gifts for the kids coming up here, holiday season. So we got to get that money to buy all those presents. All right, let's start things off with the New York Giants. Yes, I know it sounds disgusting, but trust me on this one. I like this prop. Giants wide receiver Jaylen Hyatt, over 1.5 receptions. That's plus money, people. I like this prop here that Tyler picked out, averaging 1.8 receptions per game, and has gone over this line 5 of 6 games, going up against the Cowboys. However, this is not the same Cowboys team that they faced back in week 1, where he was only targeted 1 time and came away with 0 receptions. They've since had some injuries to that secondary. So I think Jaylen Hyatt is in a good spot. The former Tennessee Volunteer. You know, I got a little SEC bias coming from Georgia. So I respect a Tennessee Volunteer. We got to face him in a few weeks. So I got to put the respect out there for Jaylen Hyatt. What do you think about his line, though, at 1.5 receptions here? This is one of your picks.
Yeah, I like this spot for a couple reasons. He had 5 targets with DeVito last week. Mm-hmm. His snap counts have been on the rise. He was close to his season high this last week in snaps. And with Darren Waller, there's just more targets to go around. You add all of that in, and I know it's kind of scary going against DeVito, but look, he did complete 75% of his passes last week. If he can stay in that upper 60s range, you know, and spread the ball around a little bit with Jaylen Hyatt's extra snap count, I think he gets there.
Yeah, and you know, we're seeing a different Cowboys defense that has dealt with some injuries, but we're also seeing a different Jaylen Hyatt that's starting to acclimate to the NFL, and he's known for his explosiveness and his speed and just those deep threats. So I like this spot here for Jaylen Hyatt. Next up, we're going to an equally nauseating offense, but I promise you guys, I like this play here. We're going across the pond for this one, Germany to be exact. Maybe Tyler has perfected his German accent by now. What do you think, Tyler? Have you?
They German?
There we go. All right. We're going Patriots running back Ramondre Stevenson, over 47.5 rushing yards, around -115 in some of the sports books. Stevenson's only averaging just under 44 rush yards per game. However, he's coming off the best game of the year, 87 rush yards and a touchdown, plus he had 42 in the air versus Washington. Now he gets to go up against an Indianapolis Colts defense that ranks 23rd in rush defense DVOA. Plus, that run defense has really suffered over the last several weeks without their defensive tackle, Grover Stewart, who was suspended for performance-enhancing drug use. So, since then, Chuba Hubbard had 58. We had Alvin Kamara, 59. Jerome Ford had 74 in that. They just haven't been able to stop the run as effectively. And now we're talking about Ramondre Stevenson, who can get it done on the ground. What do you like about Ramondre here in the Germany game?
He can definitely get it done here. And, I mean, he has that ability. I do worry a little bit about how many carries he's going to get. We've seen his carries kind of all over the place all season long. But this game does work out to one where he should be able to get a few more carries. It does project to be the fastest game of the week, meaning both of these teams are two of the fastest teams in the NFL between plays. All that breeds is extra yards, extra opportunity, which when you're going against a poor run D, it's good stuff for Monday.
Yeah, I mean, weird things can happen at what we've tended to see in those Europe games, but I really like the spot here for the Patriots running back. Yeah. And if you told me we were starting off our props show with the Giants, the Patriots, and the Commanders, I would tell you to get out of town. But I like our play here for the Commanders. Running back Antonio Gibson over 13.5 receiving yards. Gibson's averaging 25 receiving yards per game. He's gone over 5 of 9. 42 receiving yards against the Patriots last game, and going up against a Seattle defense that's just kind of mediocre in terms of that pass DVOA versus opposing running backs. They rank 14th in that. So could be a nice play here for Antonio Gibson. Tyler, what are you seeing that you like here?
Yeah, I like the spot for him. You know, Washington uses him more when they are down and they have to throw a little bit more. That is his role in the offense. And look, they're 6.5 point underdogs here. It is very likely that they're going to be behind, having to throw, having to catch up, and that just breeds receptions and yards for Antonio Gibson. He's averaging 2.8 catches and 25 yards a game, so I like this spot for him to go over.
Yeah, especially since they shipped off a lot of those defensive guys, puts a little bit more pressure on that offense to produce, knowing that they're probably going to be from behind, as you mentioned, that they are underdogs in this one. So a good spot there for that maybe Commanders reception. Let's go to our favorite picks of the week in the prop bet market. Tyler, where are you headed for your prop bet of the week?
You know, you just said how we went with the Giants, the Patriots, the Commanders, and now we're going to the Browns. It doesn't get much uglier than that, but we're going with Jerome Ford over 14.5 receiving yards. It's a -115. He's been over in 62% of the games, over in 4 of 6 since he's became a starter. Baltimore 25th in DVOA for the pass versus running back. So I really like the spot for Jerome Ford. He is consistently getting over, and I think this 14.5 line is just a little bit low in a spot where the Browns might need to get the ball to him a little bit more in space to get some stuff going.
Yeah, and they got to be creative against a Baltimore Ravens defense that's played really well, especially against the rush in this game, so they could look to him over the middle. Now, I know Jerome Ford in general, for like fantasy purposes and stuff, like maybe hasn't been that bell cow back that we've wanted to see. However, for our purposes, we're just looking here for that over on receiving yards, which is quite frankly a little bit low for what he's capable of in this game. All right, for my player prop bet, I'm going to help us out here and go to a pretty decent offense. We're going to the Dallas Cowboys and wide receiver CeeDee Lamb over 76.5 receiving yards, -115. This is way too low for a wide receiver who's averaging 103 receiving yards per game. He's gone over this 5 of 8 games, 191 against Philly last week, a team that ranks 10th in DVOA versus wide receiver 1. Now he gets to go up against the Giants, a team that ranks 25th in that category against wide receiver 1s. He had 77 receiving yards against them back in week 1. And I like how the Cowboys are continuing to find creative ways to get him the ball, lining him up in different positions. He's catching it different places all over the field. So they're really kind of getting creative with using him and finally It's like halfway through the season. He's had, I think, like 4 straight 100 receiving yard games, and it's like they're finally realizing that, hey, getting CeeDee Lamb the ball is probably a good idea. So I think they're going to continue that trend here against a Giants defense that is, they're young, they're inexperienced, and they're a little bit banged up at this point in the season. I like his spot here for the over on 76.5 receiving yards. Tyler, what do you like? Do you like CeeDee Lamb for this weekend?
Absolutely. He's in a great spot.
Yeah, he's been pretty awesome for fantasy purposes. He's had a couple wide receiver 1 finishes for all you fantasy owners out there. So he's in another good spot this week too. I mean, wouldn't be surprised to see him put up triple digits in this one. The only thing I guess you are concerned about with that one would be kind of like more of a blowout situation, in which case they rest him a little bit. But hopefully he'll get to that number before halftime.
But
we're good.
Look, he got it week 1 versus the Giants, and that was as big of a blowout, as quick of a blowout as you can get. And he was still 4 receptions for 77. So even in a blowout, there's a path to him succeeding.
All right, so those are our top 5 player prop bets for Week 10 in the NFL on Sunday's games. Good luck in all of your prop betting endeavors. Remember to tail us on Underdog, Fantasy, PrizePicks, Sleeper, Chalkboard. Links to that are below. Use that promo code LineStar for $100 for your deposit match. And make sure to enter into our prop bets contest. All you need to do is make sure that you like this video, you're subscribed to the channel, and you comment below. A comment can be anything, and let us know where you're headed in the prop market. We're trying to help each other out to beat the books and cash those tickets this weekend for Week 10. Also, make sure to tune in to Tyler's Daily Fantasy Breakdown. That'll be coming out for Week 10 for all you guys playing DFS. Good luck, everybody. Bet responsibly, and we'll see you guys next time. Good luck.
Good luck. Let's make some money.